Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of March 12th through March 18th, 2023. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon international best-selling book. Where is it? I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel, which, by the way, is the sequel to my other #1 Amazon international best-selling book, which is One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention my first ever book, which is Angels of Faith, which is about my 2 near-death experiences, and the fact is that we simply do not die, as we are divine and eternal. So I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers, my followers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. And for those who are new to the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I absolutely love teaching Reiki, and I'm also a clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive tarot card reader. I also do Reiki healings, either here in my beautiful office in Santa Monica, California, or I do this online through distant healing. It offers people direction and clarity, helping them to get unstuck and to move stagnant areas in their lives. Now, if you'd like to book any of my services, please do phone me at Angel Healing House, and that number to phone me is 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in Los Angeles, California. Or you can always visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. And I have some exciting news. My wonderful guided angel meditation, Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now, is now an MP3, and it's available for an immediate download exclusively on my angelhealinghouse.com website for only $11.11. Now, this meditation really gives everyone so much more than just relaxation and stress release, for it takes each one of us on our own journey with the angels. It walks us through practical exercises that help free ourselves from the burdens and the worries and the concerns of daily life. It has vivid visualizations and soothing, inspiring, professional musical accompaniment and sound effects. Now, letting go of concerns and living in the now, it brings peace, clarity, and a newfound sense of awareness. Like this listener wrote to me in a testimonial. She wrote, "Dear Candy, I've just finished your meditation with the angels and I am stunned. Yours is the best guided meditation I have ever experienced. It makes my whole body feel so great. I feel so connected to God and the angels. I feel loved and cherished. The visualizations are so clear. I feel different after listening. I feel reborn, protected, happier, and guided. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you and to your beautiful work." And that comes from Mandy in the USA. So to download this heavenly MP3, which is only $11.11. It's only offered exclusively on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. So you can download that immediately if you'd like. So here on Walk in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, as we do every week, we will pull a rune for this week, and oracle cards and tarot cards. But We start off, as we do every week, by looking into the astrological heavens to see what celestial events will be affecting us. A few days ago on March 8th, we experienced a full moon in Virgo. And like with all full moons, it represents a time of illumination and completion, and it brings to light everything we need to fulfill the intentions which we set on last new moon. But this full moon in Virgo is extra special, as it's not only the last full moon before the spring equinox, but it's also the last full moon before a new zodiacal year begins again, when the sun moves out of Pisces and into Aries on March 20th. And its energies are encouraging us to embrace change and transformation. Now, with it being in the responsible, practical, organized energy of Virgo, it is influencing us to get productive, and its healing energies are emphasizing for us to take better care of ourselves, because if there's one thing Virgo is known for, it's healing properties. The more we invest in ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, the more we feel a sense of flow in our lives, and we reconnect to our joy. This full moon packed an extra punch because on the same day, we had one of the biggest events of the year occurring, which is Saturn moving out of Aquarius and into Pisces. Now, this will see many releasing and surrendering karmic ties and former karmic lessons that hopefully we've learned and garnered much wisdom from. Also, good news is that when Saturn leaves a sign to move into another sign, as it's leaving Aquarius, going into Pisces, it always leaves us a gift or a blessing for us for the karmic lessons that we've learned. So be on the lookout to see what that gift is for you. Now, it's important to remember that Saturn, the Lord of Karma, the planet with which is a hard taskmaster, Saturn is concerned with things like structure and goals and planning out our lives. And Pisces, on the other hand, well, Pisces is interested in the deeper meaning of our journey. Saturn may have its eye on success and fame and fortune, but Pisces is concerned that on the way to success, we are able to create heaven along the way for ourselves and for others. With Saturn's movement into Pisces, there have been huge, and I mean huge, collective changing events that have happened in the past. Now, some of these things that happened when Saturn moved into Pisces, one of those things was the Civil Rights Act was signed, which banned racial discrimination in employment, education, and public housing. Another one was the Miranda rights were signed into law, making it a legal requirement for law enforcement to inform suspects of their constitutional rights before questioning them. Another one was Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as the first Black president in South Africa. A huge one was Amazon, the world's largest retailer, was established, changing the whole landscape of people's shopping habits. Another one was the MP3 audio format was born and revolutionized digital music. And of course, there's Windows 95 Microsoft system was introduced, opening up vast possibilities for the flow of information, both true and so much disinformation, to flood the planet. All of this occurred when Saturn moved into Pisces. So with Pisces being such a strong, influential energy steering us to connect with the profound meaning of our spirituality, it will see more and more people waking up to the meaning of their lives and opening to practices for things like meditation and yoga and reflection and prayer and different ways to connect to their birthright of their divine eternal natures within. With the consciousness having been greatly elevated and with so many people awakening on our beloved planet Earth, many are no longer held to only surviving and just working. When all is said and done, with all the structure of Saturn and the deeply felt emotions of Pisces, the destination to our journey is not simply the goal, but it is the reconnection to our joy and being vigilant and observant to seek joy out in every single moment. We do this by giving up control and enjoying our present moment and following our intuitions where we draw synchronistic signs and messages to ourselves, with the realization that we are a sovereign, independent, multidimensional being wearing a physical suit for a short blip of time. We let go of restrictive and constrictive programming that kept us small, not allowing ourselves to realize our dreams and our heartfelt wishes. By releasing the known and the illusion of our expectations, it will be our best guide to wonderful, destined places that we may not have ever imagined that we would visit and explore. Your capacity to make joy a priority in your life will help cement your feet in the higher dimensional frequencies, and it will help you remain in the energies of the fifth dimension. Now, my angelic family, who I am part of, is Angel Ariel. We are the posse of angels, and we're reminding you that the fifth dimension is not a physical place, but a change in consciousness, and it is determined by unity, oneness, and love. We ascend to the higher realms of consciousness by going within and releasing anything that is not of unity, oneness, and love. But in order to wake up, many in the collective had to be shown the depth of lies and deception that were the opposite of these three things, which were occurring right under our noses. And this trauma has shocked many to awaken. Now, having healed, cleared, and cleansed those things from our lives that are not in direct energetic resonance with the higher elevated frequencies of love, unity, and oneness, we are now building new realities of light from the inside out, and will draw to ourselves others who are doing the same. Many of my Angel Healing House healing practice clients have asked me, how does one know if they are in the fifth dimension? And it is created through allowing the energies of our hearts to feel compassion, forgiveness, unconditional love, and joy. This freedom to experience the fifth dimension is attained by loving the seemingly unlovable, regardless of what anybody's said or done. Just love them. Number 2 is by forgiving the unforgivable, even the most heinous crimes of human trafficking, child sacrifices, you name it, whatever harmful things have been foisted upon us. Can you forgive the unforgivable? And next, by releasing any fear that we have of death, as death is just an illusion. As I write about in my book, Angels of Faith, it is an illusion that has been perpetuated by groups and organizations and some faiths to scare the heck out of us so that we could be controlled and manipulated. As a collective, we have come a long way to come to this point that was fraught with many challenges and trials and traumas. But no one said that the reset of light on planet Earth and our evolution as a collective was ever going to be easy. Most important things of any worth in the world are not easily attained. Please know that the light has already won on the planet, and that we are all at a point that we will begin to see the very tangible results of that increased light and those changes of higher dimensional energies of unity, oneness, and love. Now, as a transition to experiencing fifth dimension reality, you may notice some different things occurring in your life. Many will become greatly sensitive to energy and have an increased ability to clearly hear their intuition speaking to them through their hearts. This increase in our sensitivity will lead to a greater ability within to work with energy for both healing and manifestation. Because we have released and because we have let go of those relationships, past hurts, and situations that no longer served us, we do become protective of our surroundings and who we align with and who we allow into our inner circles. Now, this attention and focus to only allowing ourselves to interact with that which is of the highest resonance frequencies creates a great clarity within us. It opens up pathways for the magical, miraculous, and the synchronistic connections and events to manifest into our lives. The more we let go of trying to figure life out, and we open ourselves to receive the help and the co-creation of spirit, the more we will notice these signs appearing in our lives. As we shift into the experience of the fifth dimension, we feel a deep kinship with Mother Earth and an interconnectedness of all things and the well-being and the health of our beloved planet. With this sense of wholeness, we no longer get our identity from solely getting things done or ticking things off the list or how much we acquire, but we experience a sense of timelessness and a greater understanding that we are so much more than we ever allowed ourselves to believe. It is through this that we regain a sense of balance, a true fulfillment, and a true purpose in our lives. And when I went to my runes, as I do every week here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, I went to the runes for further insights, and this is the rune which came out. It's the rune of Fehu. It's number 11. Number 11 is the number of mastery, and with its message came the words possessions and nourishment. Fehu is the rune of fulfillment and ambitions being satisfied and rewards being received. Remember that gift and blessing that the posse of angels and I spoke about, with Saturn changing signs from Aquarius into Pisces, and Saturn leaves us a gift or a blessing. Fehu is speaking about that. The caution here is that when we receive those rewards, is not to become reckless and allow our egos to rule. While enjoying your new possessions, your good fortune, please do remain humble. Remember to share, for we show the universe how well nourished we truly are when we have the willingness to share and nourish others and make sure others are nourished as well. So I love that Fehu came out. I believe on last week's Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, it was all about growth. It was all these things that were coming out about growth, but now Fehu is the real tangible rewards that we will see. When I went to my oracle cards, these beautiful cards, they are called El Key, She Who. This was, I chose, actually two came out together. This and that one's on the floor. Excuse me for one moment while I go and scramble for that card that came out. Okay, this is the card. This is the first card that came out. And the first card that came out is She Who Avenges. It's Nemesis. And it's showing up with the words outcome and justice. There are many in the collective who have completed a long, arduous cycle of holding the light for the planet And we, the posse of angels, might add that at the same time, we learned so much about ourselves and how strong we were. And now the tangible rewards will be manifesting for us, some in magical, synchronistic, serendipitous, and unexpected ways that we could never, ever have imagined. Now just have a look at Nemesis there. Has what looks like a decanter of wine. She has a book on her lap. There are cards that are falling out. Maybe those are tarot or oracle cards. There is a great knowledge that she has attained through the challenges and the trials and the perhaps struggles that she has been through. But she's learned a lot about herself. And now she can sit back, not push an outcome, but she can sit back and she can allow that outcome to come in. Now, those who have stepped into their highest vibration are not motivated by revenge, as they have loved the unlovable. They've forgiven the unforgivable, and they allow the karma and the justice of the universe to simply play out. Might we add that you can pour yourself a wonderful libation, whether it is alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and you can toast yourself for having gone through this great reset on planet Earth, whatever you experienced over the last 3 years. Having gone through this, who comes out but, and she's been coming out a lot, is she who thrives. And this is Orchid, and look at those butterflies popping out of those cocoons and transforming our lives. The messages are flourishing, prospering, and blossoming. You know, the funny thing is with these cards, the order that they come out in the L-Key deck is that Nemesis comes before Orchid. And I shuffled the heck out of these cards. And when those two cards came out, they came out together. When we release any outcomes to the universe, we don't push for the justice. Let the universe take care of that. Then we can open up to the blossoming. For the universe to bring forth the greatest good of ourselves and the greatest good of all concerned. Once we do that, we allow for the most expansive of energies. We make room for the best outcomes, assuring success for all. Take full advantage of this incoming abundance, for you have paid dearly for it with your strength, and trust and faith in the divine plan, even though the posse of angels and I have seen that faith waver and almost be extinguished by many in the collective over the last 3 years. Drop all of your expectations as to what form your good fortune has to take so that Spirit can co-create miracles in your lives. Then the posse of angels took me on a detour. They took me to my unused decks of cards that I haven't used for a while, and they stopped in front of Whispers of Lovely Lord Ganesha. And when I went to those cards, this one popped out. Why am I not surprised? With so many things about Fehu and receiving our rewards and thriving and blossomings and outcomes of karmic justice, what should come out but prosperity? I think there's a theme here. Okay, so Lord Ganesha is reminding us that abundance is about living with appreciation and gratitude daily for all of our blessings that have been bestowed on us by God, Source Creator. By utilizing your gifts and talents, your abilities. That could be abilities to write, to sing, to dance, to compose, to speak, creative expression of any sorts, or business activities and abilities in whatever form. You allow a seed to grow that was planted in your soul by you and God Source Creator to develop in this lifetime. And then the important part is sharing it with the world. When we do what we love and we share it openly and wholeheartedly with the world, we claim our abundance and we allow it to flow freely in our lives. And once we do this, we get a feeling of great generosity within us, because once we do this, we feel as if we're in the flow, and then we can give honestly and purely with no thought of what will come back to us. Because we understand that giving is a gift that we give to ourselves, just like the rune of Fehu. Fehu, it reminded us, and remember too, that once we are nourished with our rewards, then when we're willing to share and nourish it with others, we are humble, and then we share our good fortune, and we actually increase our ability to receive more. Let's go to my tarot cards, and see what comes out. Any further messages there. If you've joined us late, at the beginning I told everyone my exciting news about my guided angel meditation, which is now available exclusively on my website as an MP3 to be downloaded for only $11.11. So do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, and you can download that on your devices. So let's go to my Angel Healing House tarot cards. And yes, there is me, the lovely Angel Ariel, on the back. And we are getting closer. I know I say that every week, but it now looks like we are just almost at the finish line. I should have a deck in hand by the end of April, May, to be able to put on my website, and for people to be able to feel the extraordinary angelic light energies of these cards. Many years in the making, but what is time when you're across the veil? Doesn't exist. While I'm shuffling, I hope everybody's well. We have a very rainy day here in Southern California. Because we don't experience rain very much, it feels so lovely to snuggle inside. I looked out before, and our poor mourning doves, which I often speak about, they're huddling in the tree and fluffing up their feathers. I know, I feel sorry for them, but they're built for the outside. And so God's given them the capacity to be able to weather the rain and things like that. So no matter what the weather is where you are, I hope you are all well and happy and well, and finding ways to be joyful in your world. So let's see what's coming out in our cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3. First card coming out for us is the Magician. A 1 is new beginnings. Remember that zodiacal wheel? It's about to go from Pisces into Aries on March 20th. We have a new beginning there. We have a new beginning with the spring equinox. We have a new beginning with Saturn going into Pisces. Jupiter is conjuncting Chiron, which I'll be speaking about on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can also call in for a free mini angel reading with myself and my wonderful angelic family, the Posse of Angels. The Magician is telling us that this is a magical, very magical time where all of your wishes, your dreams, and your intentions, the cycle that we're closing out of those karmic lessons that, taught us great things, but we're about to go into a new cycle. Things are going to magically appear for us. And just like when Saturn changes a sign, it gives us a blessing, it gives us a gift when something will magically appear to us. Could be a job offer, could be an offer to move to a new location, could be an offer that, somebody loves your services, somebody loves your books and wants to publish them, somebody loves what you do and wants to include that in their business or their venture, all of these things. And I love the Latin here around the magician, de magia e in vobis, which is the magic is within you. That's where the true magic lies. But it is a magical time of new beginnings as we go more and more into March. Next one coming out. Look at the money that's falling from this tree, or the abundance, or the wealth, the rewards that are coming in for us. Okay, this is just another confirmation of the universe opening up its purse strings and showering us with those blessings. But you must be open to receive, and you must let go of expectations and attachments as to how you think those blessings need to be fulfilled so that you could be open for the most miraculous, magical ways for it to come in. 6 is the number of balance. It's the number of joy and harmony, union, coming together. The Lover's card in the tarot is a number 6. So things harmonizing and balancing out once again in the area of abundance. So just like those little critters at the bottom which I designed in this card, look at the little chipmunky and the raccoon and the squirrel. They've got their hands open and they're willing to receive from the universe. I love that. Let's go to the next card. So we've got a 1, and then we've got a 6. And then we've got a 3. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is what's going to be bringing in as a result of this, because we have changed so much. We love the unlovable. We've forgiven the unforgivable. We've aligned ourselves only with those in our inner circle that wish us well, and we have, divorced ourselves from anything that is not in our resonance. What's going to come in and we're going to be rewarded with is our soul tribe, who are those people who are most like us in resonance, like-minded, loving, kind, supportive, encouraging, working and collaborating together. And 3, of course, is the number 2 or more gathered in that higher dimensional frequency. Miracles happen. And so there we see the beautiful Madonna with the heart and the dove and the Holy Spirit. This is such a time of destined karmic things opening up on your path for the fulfillment of your dreams and desires. So we've got the Magician coming in, making an appearance, and then we've got the 2 Pentacles cards there. Oh, we've got another Pentacle card here. Ace. We've got an ace. The hand of God comes in and hands us something for us to then say thank you for that, and then to go off and take action on. The bear is coming out of hibernation. Yes, many of us have felt like we've isolated ourselves for too long, and we really do want to come out and collaborate and connect with others. The hare is about creativity. It could also be about fertility, sort of increasing our creative expression. And of course, Mr. Turtle there is grounding our creativity, our material rewards, seeing the very tangible, grounded results of what we are going to co-create with Spirit to bring us on the next part of our journey. So it does appear that the cards so far are mirroring Fehu with receiving rewards. Let's see. Okay, let's see what comes out next. Another pentacle. Jeez, we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, the Magician. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, you see, have all 4 of his hooves on the ground. When I teach tarot, I tell my students that, yes, the Knights are all about actioning about our rewards, receiving our rewards. They're actioning long-term security, because the other knights, the Knight of Swords, Wands, and Cups, they don't have all 4 hooves on the ground. This is something that's safe, that's secure, reliable, a strong foundation that we can take to the bank and we can build on. And the foxes are always reminding us that this long-term security, well, it may come in unexpected ways. The foxes are about the trickster in my tarot cards. Is the trickster in Hayoka medicine, which is expect the unexpected and just open to receive and say thank you for my rewards and my blessings which are coming in, which are divinely mine. You know, somebody called into my Angel Healing House radio program on Thursday, there was some mention about that person not getting a certain job. And I said, if you get it, that's great. If you don't get it, that's great too, because what is divinely yours will always be yours. It will always be yours, not anybody else's. You're not in competition with anybody else. You don't compare yourself with anybody else. You just open to receive and say thank you. For I know what is mine is divinely mine. So this tells us that long-term security, those rewards are coming in. I love this reading. It's such a grounded reading after so long of not feeling like we're getting anywhere. It feels like those tangible things are coming in. Here we have another pentacle. Wow, this is just amazing. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles reminds us again about very grounded, tangible, physical results that we can see. And of course, the unicorn in that card is we have to let go of the serendipitous, the synchronistic, the magical, the miraculous ways that these things can come in. It also is connecting to the divine feminine, to feel that abundance and that wealth within ourselves, to know that we are so rich and so blessed with being a reflection of God's source creator with abundance as our nature. And I think that's it. Is that it, Posse? Or they want me to choose one more card. They wanted me to choose one more card because look what happens in my deck when you put the Queen and the King together. Now, hopefully I'll get this right. When you put them together, what appears in the middle is a treasure trove. Is a beautiful treasure chest of jewels and money and wealth. When we combine our heartfelt wishes with those of spirit and our soul's greatest purpose, with this feeling of flow and abundance as wealth, and wealth is like nothing we've ever experienced before. So there you go. It's hard to get them just in sync, but there they are. They're always in sync, the kings and queens in my deck. And yes, the other three suits, the swords, the cups, and the wands, when you put the king and the queen together, they create something magical. And when you buy these cards, you can see what they create. So they're saying to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'll look at the bottom of the deck, and when I turn the deck over, we have the Empress. The Empress is the card, the greatest abundance card in the universe, pregnant with possibilities. The wheat we're able to eat, we're able to harvest all that our wishes and desires. It's just such an abundant card, and it goes along with this whole reading of rewards being received and opening up for outcomes and justice and thriving and all of those things. So I hope today's messages have been helpful for you. Remember that you can always go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, to find out more about my services, to book services, or you can phone me. I'd love to speak with you, and phone me on 831-277-3716. Do remember that's Pacific Standard Time. And any of my services can be done either here in my beautiful office in Santa Monica, California, or any of them, including the Reiki healing energy, which I send distant healing, that can be done online as well. So, and do remember about that MP3, which is now available, my meditation, for only $11.11 for a download on my website. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. And I'm wishing you love and angel blessings, and have just the most amazing week. Take care, everyone. Bye.